Hi friends, welcome to Cindy's Corner. It's the end of my work week and I'm going to wind down with a snack and a beverage and I'm going to take you all along with me. So it's apple season, so we have a theme tonight and it is apples. I'm going to start with a fruit dip with some apple slices. It's so nice this time of year when apples are at their peak and they taste amazing. So I'm going to start slicing the apples and let's just talk a little bit about that. So I've got two different color apples for this. So when you make a platter, it's good to have some different colors of apples on there. This one's a Honeycrisp and this is a Granny Smith. So I cut this apple in half and now I'm going to cut it into 2/4. And then this part here, where the core is, that's the part you want to cut out. So I'm just going to cut from the edge and make an incision towards the bottom of that core. So I'm kind of cutting a V slice out, so it's like this. That goes into my compost, and then I'm going to tip this and cut it into slices. So you can cut these as thick or thin as you would like. Just remember, they have to be sturdy enough to go into the dip and pick it up without breaking. So most of them I'm getting about four to 5 slices out of it. Then you're going to dip it into lemon juice. So it could be a mixture of straight lemon juice or a little bit of lemon juice and water. And they call that acidulated water. And that basically prevents browning. So I just got I just made a mess. That happens. I've got a clean dish towel over here that I'm going to put my slices on. And then I'm going to kind of dry them off a bit because you don't want sopping wet apples on your platter. So just make sure you get all of it dried off. And here I'm just going to put it then into a little container with a paper towel on the bottom until I'm ready to build my platter. Now we got one more 1/4 apple to slice up and then we'll be ready to make our dip. So let's get this other guy. Okay, so again, we're going to cut the core part out. So I start at one end and I cut an angled cut down towards the middle, which will get all of the core part out. So you'll end up with a piece like this and that goes into your compost. Then we're going to cut our slices. Like I say, usually each 1/4 I can get 4 to 5 slices depending on how big your apple is. Then we're going to dip both sides into our lemon juice and we're going to put it on our tea towel, dish towel, clean dish towel, and we're going to dry it off a bit. Okay? All right. So this way I have them separated and I can just kind of build them however I want on my plate, and that's really useful. Okay, so now we're done with the apple part. So let me dry this off. I can move this down here. Let's put this away. Okay, now on to the dip. So because it's fall, we're going to do a cream cheese toffee dip. Doesn't that sound delicious? I can't wait to taste this. So you remember those Heath bars, candy Heath bars? That's what we're going to be building. So here what I've got is an 8-ounce package of whipped cream cheese. Now this is kind of the easy way to go, because when you have a whipped cream cheese, it is already soft. So of course I took it out as soon as I got home so it would be a little softer. And I don't even need to use a beater. If you were using the brick of cream cheese, I would get your electric mixer out and beat it up a little bit so it's soft. But you can see how this is really soft already. And we haven't even added anything to it. So that's what makes this so great. So we're going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, which is right here. And that also will help thin this just a little bit. Then we're going to add, I've got 1/3 cup of light brown sugar and what is that, quarter, I'm looking at my recipe, 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. So we're going to put that in there. Okay, get rid of that. And now we're just going to mix it up. So by adding the vanilla, and I'm not sure why, but when you add sugar, it, for some reason, kind of loosens it up a little bit. So we want to make sure we get that cinnamon and the sugar all mixed in, along with that vanilla. And this is why I like using the whipped cream cheese, is that I can just do this by hand. I don't have to pull out my mixer to take care of this. So this is great. Now, if you were to find that this mixture is a little too thick, which I don't think I think this is good. This feels really, it's thick, but it's not hard. It's soft. That seems really good. Yeah, I don't know why the sugar makes it softer, but it does. Maybe it's liquefying. That's going to be my guess. Now, I'm going to get another spoon here to bring that off of my knife. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good, just like that. Okay. Now I've got a 1/2 cup. These are the Heath toffee bits that you'll find at your supermarket. Some of them come with chocolate, which is what these have, which I don't mind. Some of them come without chocolate, and that's perfectly fine too. Whatever you like, you get. So I'm going to save, actually, let me get a little dish, because I'm going to save a little bit of this to put on top when I put it into my serving bowl. So I'm just going to take a little bit like that, put it to the side. The rest of it goes right into my bowl. Okay, now we're done with you. And we're just going to mix it up, and you see how fast this comes together. This is pretty darn fast. Oh, I can smell that Heath toffee flavoring. It smells so good. I can't wait to get into this. Oh man, this is going to be yummy. Okay, so there we go. There is our cream cheese toffee dip. We can call it the other way around. You can call it toffee cream cheese dip. However you want to do it. You could call it toffee dip. All right. Now we're going to take a serving bowl. Here's a cute little serving bowl that I think is nice for fall. And we're going to scoop some of this into there. I think this might be more than for my purposes tonight, but that just means I have some for tomorrow. Okay, I think that's good. So I'm filling this up. I still have some left over, which is great. I didn't need to add any milk to it, so that's good. That's all fine. Now I'm just going to take some of these toffee bits and sprinkle over the top to decorate it. Okay, I think that's good. And then the rest of them I'm just going to dump into the other bowl. Okay, so there we go. There is our toffee cream cheese apple dip. Now, let's build our platter. So I got this beautiful wood plate here. Nice for fall. And then I'm just going to put the apple slices around, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to alternate. So we'll get like a red, green. Now, again, you know, you could do this for Christmas too. This would be great any time of year. Now, depending on how many apples you want to put on there, that is totally up to you. I think I'm going to put my dip to one side, and then I'm going to put some slices here in the middle. Okay, so it's sort of like this. Okay, so here we go. So this is our toffee cream cheese dip with apple slices. Let's put this on the table and we'll come back and build our beverage. Okay, let's put the apples away. Oh, you know, I forgot one thing. Let me bring that back. because, you know, a nice thing to do whenever you make like a fruit platter, you can also add some cookies to it. So here I've got some mini vanilla wafers, and these are just some chocolate biscuits. So that is definitely something that's a nice thing to add to your platter. So either go with the fruit or add to it. Also, another thing, some pretzels. Pretzels would be nice with this too. Okay, so we'll put this away. Okay, seeing as how apples are the star of the show, we're going to make a cocktail with apple cider. So what we're going to make today is a cider vodka-Rita. Okay, so I'm going to need my shaker. I've got 3 ounces of apple cider. Also, can't be a vodka-Rita without some Cointreau, and some fresh lime juice. Okay, so into my shaker. Now usually the way it works, Cointreau is an orange liqueur, and usually it's going to be like 2 to 1. So I'm going to put 1 ounce of vodka. This is a 2 ounce shaker, so I'm going to put 1 ounce of vodka. And I'm going to put a 1/2 ounce of Cointreau. Okay. And now this is 1 ounce of freshly squeezed lime juice. And let me just mention that, you know, if you don't like the pulp, get yourself one of these fine mesh strainers so that when you squeeze the juice, you can get the pulp, strain the pulp out of there. Okay, and we're going to add our 3 ounces of apple cider. Now, another thing I did that's fun, before I started, I rimmed my glass with a mixture of cinnamon sugar. All the details will be in the description box, so check it out there. So that is a really beautiful way to enhance your drink. It will add a really nice taste. So now I'm going to get the top on my shaker. And remember what I always say, shake it till it's really cold. When you feel like your hands are freezing, you know it's done. So now we're going to pour it into our glass. And I have got a cinnamon stick here to lay across the top as garnish. So let's get our snack. So here we go. This is our toffee cream cheese dip with apple slices and our cider vodka-Rita. Cheers, you take care, and I will see you soon.